Hello students, first of all I would like to introduce myself. My name is Virendra Mehra. I am a lecturer of English and I am going to teach you chapter 5 Indigo. Louis Fisher is the author of this chapter. This chapter is an interview taken by Louis Fisher of Mahatma Gandhi. Louis Fisher went to Mahatma Gandhi's ashram and took his interview. And in the interview, Mahatma Gandhi told him about the Champaran episode that created a strong urge in him to depart British from India. In 1916 annual convention meeting, Gandhi came, and when the meeting was going on, a peasant named Rajkumar Shukla came to him and said that my name is Rajkumar Shukla, I am from Champaran. We have been exploited by British landlords, so I want your help. So please come with us to help us fight against British landlords. But Gandhi had many appointments in different parts of India, so he could not fix a date for Shukla. He declined to him that I cannot go with you because I have already so many appointments in different parts of India, so I cannot fix a date for you. But Shukla did not lose hope. He was resolute. He followed Gandhiji wherever he went. Gandhiji went to his ashram, he followed there. Wherever Gandhiji went, he followed. Gandhiji was impressed with the tenacity of this poor peasant. And at last, they agreed to help them to fight against British landlords in Champaran. And he said to him that on such and such date, I am going to Calcutta. And please take me from there. I will go with you. On the appointed spot, Shukla was waiting for Gandhi. And they all boarded a train for Patna. Gandhiji wanted to get more information than Shukla had ever imparted. So they wanted to go to Rajendra Prasad's home. Rajendra Prasad was a very prominent lawyer on that time. So he wanted to get many other information that Shukla had ever capable of imparting. But unfortunately, Rajendra Prasad was not at his home. He was out of town. The servants of Rajendra Prasad took Gandhi to be another peasant because they knew Rajendra Prasad home Shukla often visited with so many other peasants. So they took Gandhi to be another peasant and they took him as an untouchable. Gandhi was not allowed to bring water from the well. He was considered as an untouchable person. Now Gandhi first decided to go to Muzaffarpur because he wanted to get more information than Shukla had ever capable of imparting. So most of the advocates who were fighting the case of peasants were in Muzaffarpur. So he went to Muzaffarpur. He telegrammed to Professor J.B. Kripalani, with whom he met at Shantiniketan's school. J.B. Kripalani went to receive Gandhi at station, and Professor Malkani gave him stay for 2 days to Gandhi. And Gandhi said to Louis Fisher, who was taking his interview, that it was an extraordinary thing in those days because persons like me were not allowed to stay there because of the fear of the British government. The average attitude of Indians in smaller localities were very fearful. They were afraid of British. They didn't want to give any shelter to the persons who were advocating the home rules. Even they didn't give them water to drink or food to eat, nor to stay at their homes. When Gandhiji took the report from the lawyers and lawyers told him about the fees of they were taking from the peasants, Gandhiji chided, scolded lawyers that you are taking so much fees from these poor peasants. You should be shameful. Taking these cases to the courts are no of use. The main need of the hour is to make peasants free from fear. So the main thing is that peasants must be free from fear, then and then solution can be made. Otherwise, taking these cases to the law courts will make no good. And Indigo agreement was there. The peasants were the sharecroppers, and the British landlords had made an Indigo agreement that on the 15% of the land they had to grow indigo as a harvest and give the entire indigo as a lagan, as a rent to the British landlords. But after some time they come to know that Germany had developed synthetic indigo. As the synthetic indigo had been developed by the Germany, the prices of the natural indigo would fall down. So now indigo agreement was no more profitable. So the British landlords played a game. They proposed peasants that please give us compensation to release from the indigo agreement. You give us compensation and we will release you from the indigo agreement. And it was very irksome, very tempting for so many peasants that would be much better to give compensation one time and enjoy the 15% indigo. But when they came to know about the Germany's synthetic indigo, they wanted their money back. And at this point, Gandhi arrived. Now Gandhi is on the scene. Gandhi wanted to get the facts, so he went to Secretary of the British Landlords of Association, and the secretary told him that you are an outsider. No information can be provided to an outsider. Gandhi said, I am not an outsider. I am an Indian and I am taking information in the dominance of India, not from outside. So how can you say to me as an outsider? I am not an outsider, you will have to give me information. But no information was given to Gandhi by the secretary of the British Landlord Association. So Gandhi went to British official commissioner of the Tilworth division, and the official commissioner said him leave, otherwise the result will not be so good for you. But Gandhi did not leave. Gandhi instead proceeded to Motihari, where he listened. Gandhi came to know that a peasant has been maltreated by British. So he started on the back of an elephant to see the condition. When he was moving on the way, his way was blocked by an official. Notice to quit Champaran. Superintendent of police messenger said to him that you will have to quit Champaran and you will have to sign the notice. Gandhiji wrote on the notice that I disobey, I am not going to obey you, I am not going to quit Champaran at any cost. You can do whatever you want. And Gandhiji was in trouble because to disobey the law was not a favorable thing for him. He could be arrested for that. When the peasants came to know that Gandhiji was in trouble because of them, a person who was unknown to them, who was totally stranger to them, was going to take his own life risk. He was in trouble. So they had a spontaneous demonstration around the courthouse. Those peasants were so fear-stricken that they had no fear to have even the eye contact with the British. They have spontaneous demonstration around the courthouse and they were ready to go to jail with Gandhi. If Gandhi would be arrested, they were ready to go to jail. The police felt helpless and Gandhi helped to regulate the crowd. Gandhi had conflict of duties. Two conflicts of duties were there. As a citizen, he was going to be a lawbreaker. But as a human being, he was going to serve his country, to his fellow human being. So he heard the voice of his conscience and he disobeyed the law. The court was so baffled that he was released without bail. Gandhi asked lawyers What will you do if I am arrested? They will say that I have come here. We have come here for you. If you will be arrested, we will go home. Gandhi said that will be a shameful desertion. I am a totally outsider and I am going to be jail for the sake of these peasants. You are the persons who are living in the district or adjoining district and you are going to desert the peasants. That will be a shameful desertion. You should be shameful. Gandhiji affected the lawyers so much that they were ready for the court arrest. After some days, an order was made that case to be dropped. An inquiry committee was held, and in inquiry committee, Gandhiji demanded 50% of the refund. And he was adamant. But the inquiry committee said that we can give only 25%. Even Gandhi agreed to the 25% refund because money was not as important as the token victory of the peasants against the British landlords, because it is the first time in which British had to surrender not only a part of the money but also a part of their prestige. So Gandhi agreed to the 25% agreement. After some time, the British landlords abandoned their estates. These were reverted to the peasants. And this episode proved, Louis Fisher was said by Gandhi, that this Champaran episode proved to be a turning point of my life. This gave me a strong desire to drive the British out of the country. This was the first case in which civil disobedience won. His civil disobedience movement won first time in the Champaran episode. This episode showed him that people could get freedom. Indian people could get freedom with the help of truth and non-violence. His way of working had succeeded. He declared that he could not be ordered in his own countries. So, in this way, Champaran episode proved to be a turning point in Gandhiji's life. Now, some question can be discussed of this chapter. How can you say that Rajkumar Shukla is a resolute? Rajkumar Shukla was a poor peasant of Champaran. He came to Gandhi to help them to fight against the British landlords. But Gandhi had already so many appointments in different parts of India. So Gandhi could not fix a date for Shukla. But Shukla did not lose hope. He followed Gandhiji wherever he went. Gandhiji was so much impressed by the tenacity of this farmer that at last they had to fix a date for Shukla. In this way, Rajkumar Shukla can be described as a being resolute. Why did Rajendra Prasad's servants take Gandhi to be another peasant? Rajendra Prasad's servants knew Rajkumar Shukla, that he was a poor peasant. He used to come with so many other peasants regarding the peasants' cases in courts in Rajendra Prasad's home. So Gandhi was considered as another peasant by the servants of Rajendra Prasad. Why did Gandhi decide to go to Muzaffarpur? Gandhi decided to go to Muzaffarpur because he wanted to obtain more information than Shukla was capable of imparting. What was the attitude of average Indian of smaller localities in those days? The attitude of average Indian in smaller localities was very fearful. They were very afraid of the British. They did not advocate the home rule persons. They did not give them shelter. They did not give them food. They did not give them water. They were so much afraid. Why did Gandhi chide lawyer? Gandhi chided lawyers because they were taking so much fees from the poor peasants. What was the Indigo Agreement? Indigo Agreement was that in the 15% of the holding, peasants had to grow indigo and give the entire indigo harvest as lagan, as rent. Why did Gandhi agree for the 25% of the refund? Gandhi agreed for the 25% of the refund because money was not as important as the token victory of the poor peasants against the British landlords. It was the first time in which the British landlords had to surrender not only a part of the money but also a part of their prestige. So money was not important. They got fearless. That was the need of the hour. So they agreed even to the 25% agreement. Money was not as important as the token victory of the poor peasants against the British landlords. Why did Gandhi consider Champaran episode to be turning point of his life? Gandhi considered Champaran episode to be turning point of his life because it was the first time civil disobedience movement won in India. That was the first case that proved that they could disobey. And Gandhi's way of working had succeeded. It showed Gandhi that Indian people could get freedom with the help of truth and non-violence. It showed courage in the Indian people. So Gandhi considered Champaran episode to be turning point of his life. How did Gandhi affect lawyers? When Gandhi went to Muzaffarpur to get the facts, the lawyers showed them about the fees that they were taking from the poor peasants. Gandhi chided them for taking so much fees from these poor peasants. He said that taking these cases to the courts were have no use. That is the matter not going to work. The need of the hour is to get these peasants free from fear. That is the need of the hour. And when Gandhi was going to be arrested, he said to the lawyers that what will you do? Then they said that if you will be arrested, we will go home. Gandhi said to them, Gandhi convinced them that I am an outsider. Still I am going to be arrested for the sake of peasants. You are the persons who are living in the same district or adjoining district. You should be shameful if you don't help these poor peasants. And they were so impressed with the Gandhi's talkings that they were ready for the court arrest. How can you say that ordinary people also contributed in the freedom movement? Yes, it is right. Ordinary people also contributed in the freedom movement. It was the Rajkumar Shukla who took Gandhi to Champaran. Although Gandhi had already denied that he had already many appointments in different parts of India, so he could not go with him, but he was resolute. He followed him wherever he went, and at last he took Gandhi to Champaran. J.B. Kripalani, although he was a professor, government professor, still he had courage to take Gandhi at station, receive Gandhi at station. Professor Malkani harbored him, Gandhi, for 2 days. Even the peasants who were so fear-stricken, when Gandhi was going to be arrested, they had demonstration, spontaneous demonstration, that if Gandhi is going to be arrested, we will also be arrested. And that was also a turning point movement. In this way, we can say that so many ordinary persons also helped in contributing the freedom movement.